Buenos Aires en la famosa 9 de julio con Julio. Julio de salud. Por favor, dame un dedo para arriba y subscribe to @HealthyJulio. As you can see behind me, the obelisk in Buenos Aires is one of the most beautiful given to us by the United States. I'm second generation Argentinian. My father was born here, I was born here, but at a very young, early age, I'm 6 years old, we moved to Miami Beach and that's where I grew up. But I always come back to visit Argentina because it's such a beautiful, beautiful metropolitan city where you have French, Italian, English, and also a very large Jewish community. My grandfather was Jewish. My mother, Catholic. So we have the Italian and the Jewish, which makes up a beautiful culture. So I have the Jewish culture and I have the Italian culture. Both have a very large different culture. It's very beautiful. 9 de Julio is the widest street in the world. It's got 26 different streets. It's considered the widest street in the world. And as you can see from the thing, you can see how beautiful it is. There's the Herzer building that right here. And I lived up on there as a kid when I was growing up here in Argentina until we moved to Miami Beach. There's the Herzer building. My grandfather built that in 1939. He was a very famous doctor here in Argentina, and it was such a beautiful place to grow up. Such a beautiful culture. You learn so much from the people, from just being around different cultures in Argentina. I miss it a lot. I also come by to eat the food. It's just so delicious because of the way it's grown. It's all pastured. The cows are all pastured. They're walking around with a lot of land. It's probably 1/3 the size of the United States with only 13 million people. So you have a lot of land to be able to grow food. There's 200 feet of soil. So the food has such a rich, full of minerals and vitamins, because that's how we grow the food, right? We plant it, and that's where the nutrition comes from the food. It comes from when you plant food, it comes from soil. Anyway, I just want to invite you. I'm going to be here for about 10 days. I want to invite you. We're going to go to all these different restaurants and shows. Tonight we're going to go to a tango show right here, right next to the Teatro Colón. One of 5 theaters in the world, most beautiful theaters in the world, Teatro Colón, where Caruso sang, Pavarotti sang, very, very beautiful. So I want to invite you to come along with us. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Esta es la avenida Julio, 9 de Julio. Y también acá tenemos el obelisco. Ahí está el obelisco. Y acá está el edificio Herzer. Mi abuelito lo hizo en el año 1939. And I just want to invite you to Buenos Aires. And the way my grandfather was able to, he's fortunate enough, he was very hardworking. He came to Argentina as an immigrant in the 1800s. And he grew up here. He made his home Argentina, coming from Austria at a very young age. They were twin brothers, and one of the brothers died on the way, but my grandfather survived. And he became a very prosperous doctor, taking the pancreas out of the cow and making insulin. They won a Nobel Prize in 1948, I believe, for taking the glands out of the cow and making insulin. And then, of course, many years later, it was synthetic. But before that, it was very natural to process the insulin. And he did it worldwide. With that money, he gathered his money and started building buildings in the 30s and 40s. He was the largest developer in Argentina in the 30s and 40s. And this is probably his grand prize, which was the main avenue here, and it started construction in 1937, finished it by 1939. So it took a couple of years to build. But as you can see, it's still a landmark here, and I just want to invite you, just to give you a little bit of background about who I am. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to @HealthyJulio. Thank you for watching. God bless.